Hello everybody, welcome back to Labz. Today we're going to be taking a look at, well, I'd say today, but this week we're going to be looking at a couple of different things that we're going to be working on. We're going to be looking at, today, ladders. For those of you who have been following since the very beginning, you know that there was an issue with the ladders earlier in Alpha 20. And that was that you couldn't get a zombie to traverse a ladder unless there was a thing on top of it, like a door, a block, or whatever. Which was weird, but it has since been fixed. We are on 20.3b3 as of right now for these experiments. So, should there be any changes, hopefully we can catch them and do another Labz about them. But there's a couple of things that I wanted to try and do because with the way things have worked in past alphas, I'm curious as to whether or not those things have come back, if they're there sort of, if they're completely not in the game anymore. So we're going to try a couple of things. The first thing being, there used to be a way, this was earlier Alpha 19, maybe even late Alpha 18, I'm not really sure, but it used to be that you could put your ladders like that, and you could jump up and grab a hold to the ladder, and as long as you continue to move, you could basically monkey bar across a platform. And the zombies couldn't use it. They would jump or whatever, possibly occasionally grabbing it, but they would immediately fall off. And then the fun peps are like, no monkey bars inside our apocalypse, and they took it out. So as you can see, we can't do that anymore, guys. I tried it. I was really hoping that somehow or another during all of their fiddling around with stuff and things that maybe somehow or another it wound up back in the game. But it does not seem so. Okay, and just to be thorough, we will get over here because this is technically the side you would be getting on a ladder from. And try it from this way. And no. So, as per previous versions, whenever they fixed it, they never brought back our monkey bar thing, which was actually pretty cool because you could make ways of getting around your base that you knew the zombies wouldn't follow you, so you could guide them through the base, giving yourself more maneuverability. I liked it because it was kind of like you could set up several different fronts in which to fight the zombies, and you could use your bars to get to the different areas and move the zombies along through your base. But of course, you know, it was fun, so therefore, no, you are not allowed. Now, there is also now these that we can do. You can walk along the sides of several ladders. And it used to be that the zombies could not traverse that. As far as I know, this has been fixed, and that the zombies can in fact blow. I'm sorry. Oh boy. Okay, so he's not gonna see this as a path. Okay, what if I do... Ah! Yeah, if I do that, of course he's gonna see a path to me now. What if I do this? Wait, where'd he go? Ah! Dadgummit, I'm trying really hard not to pop outside my own character's head because every time I do it starts getting a little wonky. Nope. I could have swore this worked in the last alpha. They would actually get on here and traverse it somewhat. Well, not like this. I was actually expecting this not to work. I was expecting it to work if I did it. This was going to be my next step to get it to not work or whatever. Man. Here. Okay, what I was talking about before I got tongue-tied or whatever. This is a block. The zombies should be able to path the block, right? As if it were, in fact, a block. They could stand on the block, like this. I could have swore at one point during the last Alpha's Labz, this worked. I don't know. Editing Liz, you're gonna have to look back at my old stuff and tell me whether or not this worked, because I'm pretty sure this worked. They would at least see it as pathable, meaning they would go across here and start trying to do it, even though they couldn't actually path it properly. Now, what if... Bo, stop doing that. Stop it. Okay, he briefly saw it as a path. And I also wonder if it's because they have no backer. The zombies had issues with that. I'm not sure whether or not that was fixed. Hang on. Not working again, huh? He's smart aleck. Okay, let's try. Okay. Alright, what about that? How do you react to this? Not a damn thing. Now, he might go up it because there's a ladder leading up towards the top of the thing. He might actually be able to get up to the top over there. So what you gonna do? Okay. Alright, so if we do that, and what if we do this? No, not you. Dude! No. Nope, 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 nope. No. Okay. You. No? Yes? No? You should still see that as pathable because you can crawl. Sir. Fix it. No? Okay, so you guys are just definitely not really going to path this way at all. Okay, well... How complicated can I make this and you figure it out, though? What about that? Alright. Come on, Bo. We wish to see you dance. I'm probably gonna have to pop out because of that. I actually don't think you need that or that. Okay. And you should crawl. Okay. Try that again, Bo. Okay, so it's confusing you. What if I gave you a couple of running partners? Because this could get a little bit more interesting. As a matter of fact, because we're doing more than that, let's just put that up there to make sure they don't stack on top of each other. Hey, no, 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 no. Hold on. Wait for it. Come back here. Okay, and of course we've got a little bit of a rage mode going on. You're not even gonna try and crawl, huh? What if, because you occasionally think it's okay to do that, what if I give you something that'll kind of push you off to the side? What could I use that you won't stand on? Okay. Now, of course, they still go into the rage mode, which is kind of really, really frustrating. What are we doing over here? Let's stop doing this. Just so we can get an accurate view without having to fix things every 2 minutes. How is this working? Now, obviously, this would probably work better if you had one of the sledge turrets going, but this seems to be working okay. I don't think it would work very well against a horde. Okay, so they've got the ladder going up here. Let's do this really quick. Oh, somebody made it around. Why are we confused about this? Why are you confused about those? Okay, you should not have even been confused about that. And you actually should not be up there doing that. There you go. Alright, one of you found it over. Now, the issue with this design is it would not work for the pups. Dog. The dogs do not see it as pathable at all because it involves a ladder. Oops. I am so sorry. Why is it not attacking the base at all? Okay, I actually don't know why the pup is not really that concerned. Okay, so this is kind of a concept for a 1, 2, 3. It's 9, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then the normal thing. So it really didn't take that many blocks, and it seems to be just kind of diverting everybody, but this is kind of a cheesy base. Was not really what I was going for. I was actually thinking for some reason or another that they were going to path the ladders. And I think maybe I had it backwards. They did not know how to path those, and therefore you could not use those as a horde base idea. You could use them as an idea to get from one side of your base to another, but not really as a viable horde base idea because they didn't path them proper. Now, obviously, there is a chance that if you do just like a... and we wanted to go for, say we wanted another way into our own base that, for one reason or another, needed to be difficult to get in and out of, but the zombies wouldn't path. Say, for instance, if you're doing a PvP base and you're trying to make it to where you have a chance to kill people who are invading your base, this could possibly be a way of doing it, because it will take a minute for some people to traverse this. Okay. Especially if your land claim is there and people who are not allied with you cannot lay down blocks in your area. If they don't know how to path this, they may not be able to figure it out. Now, a zombie can actually path this, I'm pretty sure. Will a zombie path it? Bo. If you wouldn't mind, because I've got that there, I think he might path that. I'm thinking you will because of where the block is sitting. Hang on. Come in. That is not what I mean, Thick. Stop it. You know, walk over here, see me up here, and then turn around and go back. Okay, take your you know what? Never mind. Never mind. I need someone who's a bit faster than that. I don't have 5 years to get this job done. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Thick? You know what I'm saying. It can't traverse it. If you were by chance, and I say this because for those of you who have been missing the Twitch streams, our server has gone PvP, and there's been a couple of PvP incidences that have happened. Namely because somebody thought it would be funny to stick explosives right outside of where I spawn in. You know who you are. Anyway, it resulted in a server-wide war against one individual who whooped our butts. But we were not really prepared so much for the concept of PvP, so I think we're actually going to do a server that is PvP-based, but we'll go PvP after it starts, after a little while. Like, it'll give everybody a chance to do some leveling, find some weapons, get some good gear and stuff like that, instead of everybody walking around smacking each other with clubs. That'd be kind of boring. Fun, but kind of boring for everybody else to watch. Say you have somebody who doesn't do parkour very well. Ow! This could result in a lot of bad attempts to get into your base. It could. And if you make it to where they can't jump on top if they're not laying any blocks, say if you went as far as doing a D's, if they can't break your blocks and they can't add their own blocks, then they are stuck going through your, basically your parkour section. And this could very well slow somebody down and send them through your traps, if this is how they have to get into your base. Just a thought. But this is a bit too high for me to try and figure out other means of getting here. If I'm trying to stealthily get into a base, I might go, okay, well, I'm gonna go up here, and I'm just gonna travel across because this is pretty cool. As long as I know what I'm doing, I have done this before, it's alright. The problem is it slows you down. And if it slows you down, it makes you a target. So it could be a way of doing the entrance to your base. There's a lot of different ideas that I'm thinking about doing, namely shifting Labz from primarily just about the game, but also to PvP strategies. And we're going to be learning a little bit more about that in the server as we run into more PvP encounters. So that is it for today, is just basically a quick look at a way in and out of the base that the zombies can't use, that you can use, that's possibly remotely useful in PvP. People who have been playing in PvP for a long time are probably more likely to hide the entrance to their base rather than having it blatantly out here in the middle of nowhere. If you're good at parkour, maybe you make a parkour entrance. It's just a thought. But the ladders, as far as a horde base, this is not a really good thing for a horde base. It's not reliable at all. The four-legged creatures are not going to be able to path it. I'm pretty sure if you play something like Darkness Falls, the bears are not going to path it either. And not to mention the bears don't even like stairs. So this would not be very, very helpful for that either. So ultimately, didn't really learn a whole lot other than the ladders have not changed that much since the last alpha. I think the zombies were trying to path it last alpha, but they are not trying to path it this alpha. Either way, they can't path it. So how that helps, I'm not really sure if it's going to help you, but there's that information for you to try and use however you want to in your particular playthrough, in your server. That information is there, and like I said before, they did fix the zombies being able to just basically path a ladder. Seriously, get off. Get off. I will shoot you in the butt cheek. Get off! How did I get three of you? Get out of there. Get. Okay. Alright, you worked. That path worked even though there was no back on it. Okay. It's a bit more freestanding than the others, but as you can see, he also paths that one. So he should theoretically path one of these. I think the issue comes in is when they're lined up this way from ladder to ladder horizontally, they don't really see it as a path unless they can get up to the top of the ladder and get onto a path that walks over here to you. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the show and tell about the ladders. The ladders are fixed as of this alpha, as it was fixed I think a couple of alphas ago, but as of right this second, the zombies are not seeing pathing like this from going from ladder to ladder as a path, a legitimate path. So you guys do a little bit of experiments, tell me what you see, tell me what you think, and we may have to come back to the ladders again. I will see you in the next video. You have a wonderful day, wonderful night, and you stay shiny.